Can I do what? If I knew what it was. If I knew what it was, I'd be giving it to her if she knew what she wanted. Oh, that's what it was. It's the Bangles. Yeah. It's like everything anyone says to me conjures up a different pop song. Because like all my life, I've loved pop music passionately, and I still listen to it. You know, I have no talent for it whatsoever. I overwrite every song I ever attempt to write. If I could only cut them down to 15 words, I would have been, well, I wouldn't be here. I'd be at Madison Square Garden. It's the art of the précis, you know what I mean? Brevity is the soul of wit, you know. But if you run a motor mouth in song, you know, like it, the more words you put into the song, you know, you have a decreasing chance of success in the record industry. And I know this, I just can't help it. I did like the Bangles, though. Yeah, anyone else like the Bangles? I mean, the Go-Go's were better. I mean, I love the Go-Go's, just love the Go-Go's. You know. I remember it's the only time I think I've ever felt like a groupie was sitting next to Charlotte Caffey at the Rainbow Bar and Grill in West Hollywood. And, you know, like I was tongue-tied. I'm never tongue-tied, you know what I mean? But she's the lead guitar player of the Go-Go's. Oh, my Lord. You know, it's like, you know, oh, you know, it's like, you know. And she didn't talk to me all evening, but I thought, oh, this is fantastic. I'm sitting next to Charlotte Caffey. It prompts me to play We Got the Beat, but I'm not going to do that. This is a song about an English landscape artist and sometime poet who invented nonsense poetry in England with a book in, I think, 1848, the Book of Nonsense, which he wrote under an assumed name, but we know him today as Edward Lear. And his paintings were very famous at the time. He was, you know, a famous artist before he became a famous nonsense poet. And he wrote The Owl and the Pussycat Went to Sea in a Beautiful Pea Green Boat, which everyone knows, and far and few are the lands where the jumblers live. I love the idea of going to sea in a sieve, which they did. He wasn't the world's greatest nonsense poet. The world's greatest nonsense poet came a generation later, and his name was Lewis Carroll. But Edward Lear paved the way, and so here's a song about Edward Lear. Makes sense? Pleasant to know, Mr. Lear. Pleasant to know at the end of the day he's near. With the portfolio, the daily features, diverse creatures. You open the book and it's true. The world is a whole lot mysterious than you knew. Round every corner, uneven things are bound to wander. When I was a young man, I was oft-times at the zoo to trace the visages and forms of pirates and cockatoos. It's over the hill now he goes, pausing a while with the pobble who has no toes. For your perusal, Victorian days are so unusual. Oh, my aged Uncle Ollie, sitting on a heap of barley. On his nose his faithful cricket, in his hat a railway ticket, but his shoes were far too tight. A pleasant to know, Mr. Lear. In Egypt the first day of spring, painting a watercolor, hoping the light will bring, guided by pens and inks, the pyramids and palms and sphinx. When I was an old man, I had a cat named Foss. Now he's gone, I wander on with this unbearable sense of loss. A pleasant to know, Mr. Lear. A pleasant to know at the end of the day he's near. If you should find him, his world is dancing close behind him. Oh, my aged Uncle Ollie, sitting on a heap of barley. On his nose his faithful cricket, in his hat a railway ticket, but his shoes were far too tight. A pleasant to know Mr. Lear, a pleasant to know Mr. Lear, a pleasant to know Mr. Lear. Thank you. The poem about Uncle Ollie was the last poem that Lear ever wrote, and his cat Foss was, his lifelong love. I think he was a. Here's an interesting thing. I think that both Edward Lear and Lewis Carroll were lifelong virgins. I don't know if this is something that spurs the imagination or not. I couldn't tell you. Or if it's just like a product of Victoriana, but it's something to think about. Or not, as the case may be. Anyway, as soon as the cat Foss died, Edward Lear died of a broken heart, I think, because he lost his cat. Sad, yeah? Does anyone care about this stuff, or is it only me? I'm assuming you're a literate audience and you know this stuff. Maybe it's a gross oversimplification.